Welcome, dear all. Here comes the month of April, the month of predominantly the fire sign Aries, the ram. And then on the 19th, the sun moves on from Aries into earthy Taurus, the sign of the bull. So I'd like to say a big happy birthday to all Arians out there and all Taurians. Numerologically, April is a number 4 month. 4 represents in some way the following: practical approaches, getting organised, being exact, service, solid foundations, determination, hard work, high morals, traditional values, I like that one, honesty, integrity, and creating inner wisdom, like all of them. And in some way, these attributes will be brought to our attention or into our world. April also relates to the Emperor card in any deck of tarot. So let's look firstly at what the planet of love, Venus, is doing, as it's such a popular question. Well, the goddess of love will be travelling through Pisces up to the 5th of April, which has been making the area of relationships, friendship and love all Pisces related, such as making love, daydreaming, fantasy filled and a little bit in the mind. Well, that then changes up as Venus moves into fire sign on the 5th. And love could be more about what was going on in that mind being put into action, passion, and basically doing something about it rather than sitting back and thinking about it. Good news for all of you who've been waiting for change in the area of love. More good news for Aries. As a new moon, the time of new beginnings and starting something afresh and starting anything new, is in Aries on the 7th. So new moon in Aries on the 7th of April. The sun moves from Aries into Taurus on the 19th, as I've mentioned, but more importantly, it's shortly followed by Venus moving into Aries. Now, this is a very important and fortunate time for anybody who is looking to attract love, change love, and bring in more love into their lives, because Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus as well as Libra, and when it moves into Taurus on the 28th, it makes it a really positive time for all of you who've been wishing for changes within love and to get love on track. Now, I'm a little bit limited here on how to work with that, but I'll be speaking more on screen about this. So do watch me live on screen, and if you're wanting more love, friendship, magnetism and beauty to be created in your life, and who doesn't, to be honest with you. Now, fiery Mars will be going into retrograde, and Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, and the planet that gives us power, action, energy and passion as well. It starts its retrograde on the 17th till late May, and it's presently travelling through the sign of Sagittarius when it turns retrograde. And as Mars is the ruler of Aries, both Aries and Sagittarians are indeed going to be affected in some way, such as feeling as if they're lacking in enthusiasm, focus, lacking in go-get, lacking in action and drive. And that's okay, because it's a very short retrograde. So next up, Mercury, one of my faves, the planet of communication, business, travel and logical thought, and also the creative, enters Taurus on the 5th. What this does for all of us, in short, is that it slows down our mental energy and pushes us to take time with our decisions, plans, and even our communication could be a little bit more careful and well thought through, just like many Taurians out there. And for all of us, that's great. But please be mindful that on the 28th of April through to mid-May, Mercury starts its retrograde. As I mentioned before, a retrograde is where the planet appears as if it's moving backwards. And all of Mercury's attributes slow down, and we can easily start to dwell on the past. Exes could return, travel issues could come up, communication could be less than smooth, or we could be easily misunderstood. It's not a time for anyone to start something that's totally brand new, not even a relationship. It's really important to maintain and see to the everyday stuff and just go with the flow. Mercury is also the ruling planet of Gemini and Virgo. So its retrogrades may affect not only these two signs, making Geminis and Virgoans a little off focus or lacking direction, and indeed all of us will be affected in some way. That's fine if you can just see to the day-to-day things of life. That's the sensible thing to do. Till Mercury turns direct on May the 22nd. As Mercury is about the mind, so are the other air signs, Aquarius and Libra. They're also about the mind, so they are going to be affected as well, as are the earth signs, especially Taurus, as Mercury is retrograding in that sign of Taurus, and Virgo, whom Mercury rules. Deep, dark Pluto, god of the underworld, starts its retrograde in Capricorn on the 18th. So of course, this affects Capricorns out there and other earth signs as well. And indeed, all of us will feel that there is a little bit of dampening energy or a pause on major deep changes, transformations. More importantly, obsessions, because Pluto governs this area. So of course, deeper issues are lightened up a little bit. Okay, that's it for now. I'll get the May month update out to you in a few weeks in readiness for your month ahead. But do join me live on screen every week for more insight into your astrological weather and the spiritual world. And that allows you to text in, voicemail in or call in with your questions. In the meantime, everyone have a fantastic April. See you soon.